The Galactic Council, a bureaucratic empire ruling the known galaxy, had long dismissed humanity as a minor species, intelligent but weak, useful only for trade and labor. When war broke out between the Council and an expansionist alien faction, humans volunteered as mercenaries, proving themselves capable fighters. But when a battalion of captured human soldiers was publicly executed by the Council to set an example, they unknowingly crossed a line that could never be undone. Earth, silent until now, responded with total war. The massacre that started it all. The massacre took place on Voria Prime, a thriving Council world, broadcast across the hypernet for all to see. The prisoners, a mix of Terran soldiers and independent human mercenaries, were forced onto a platform in the capital. The Council High Justicar announced the charges: illegal warfare, defiance of Council sovereignty, and unregulated militarization. The punishment was death. Before the execution, one of the humans, Captain Elias Voss, stepped forward and spoke. "This isn't justice. This is cowardice. You believe we are weak. You think this will frighten us." He turned toward the cameras, knowing Earth was watching. "You just declared war on the wrong species." Then, they were executed, each one vaporized in a display meant to humiliate and deter other human fighters. It had the opposite effect. The day Earth went silent. The Council expected Earth to protest, to send diplomats, to file formal grievances. Instead, Earth went silent. The usual trade channels and diplomatic lines with human colonies went dead. No threats, no ultimatums. Just silence. The Galactic Council misread this as submission. They had no idea what was coming. The first strike. 2 months later, the Council fleet over the colony of Vekera simply vanished. The massive orbital stations, the patrols, the planetary garrison gone. No distress signals, no debris fields. Only empty space remained where an entire armada had been stationed. Then came Eroth 3, a key military stronghold of the Council. Its defense platforms shut down in an instant. Before anyone understood what was happening, the night sky burned with thousands of kinetic bombardments. Council officials on the surface had seconds to react before hyper-accelerated tungsten rods, fired from stealth platforms in orbit, turned entire cities into craters. No warnings. No demands. Just annihilation. One by one, human forces erased every major military facility within striking range. The Council panicked. They had never faced a species that fought like this. The war humanity was built for. The Galactic Council had waged wars before. Their doctrine relied on overwhelming force, precise engagements, and diplomatic pressure. But humans? Humans didn't fight wars for territory. They fought wars for vengeance. The first counterattack came from the Council's Fifth Fleet, sent to reclaim a fallen colony. But their ships were torn apart before they even entered real space, caught in a web of human interdiction fields and AI-piloted torpedoes. The survivors' escape pods were ignored, left adrift, forced to watch as Earth's warships bypassed their wreckage, uninterested in prisoners. The Council's finest warriors, the vaunted Praetorians, attempted to defend the throne world Philos, but the battle never came to them. Instead, humanity cut off every supply line, collapsed every jump gate, and poisoned every life-supporting system feeding the planet. Philos starved before a single human boot ever touched the surface. This was war at its purest. Total. Absolute. Unrelenting. The final message. As Council worlds burned and their fleets crumbled, Earth finally spoke. A single message was broadcast to the remaining Council members, the last survivors huddled in deep space stations, awaiting their fate. It was a video. A recording of Captain Elias Voss. "We told you." Then static. And then humanity finished what it started. Outcome. The Galactic Council ceased to exist within 2 years. Earth's war machine did not stop until every last official responsible for the executions was dead. Some races surrendered and were spared. Others fought and were systematically erased. Humanity did not conquer. They did not claim territory. They simply left nothing of their enemies behind.